Pisces. So we are going to go ahead and get your October through December reading. This is again for Pisces. Could be sun, moon, or rising, and it's a general message. So just take what resonates. So what we're going to do is see what's coming up currently. Okay, so currently, what we have is like it looks like you might be feeling a little restricted, and what that means is you're like kind of staying to yourself. Really contemplating, resting, things like that. But there is some kind of energy where you are feeling restricted and in kind of like isolation mode here, because we have the Eight of Swords with the Hermit. So if you're feeling restricted, it's either like self-imposed, like you're staying in that restriction, or you feel like you can't move forward, or there's some reason that you are, like you're just in isolation mode. And then what you're doing in the meantime now is you're, just kind of resting, contemplating things, your future, whatever it is, whatever happened here. Okay. So coming in, we have the Queen of Wands with the Seven of Wands and the Five of Swords. So there's some kind of defense mechanism here that you are. You might be on the defensive. There's a lot of conflict too. So you could be defensive about this conflict that's around you. And that might be why you're also isolating yourself and going, in that hermit mode and taking time out for yourself and feeling restricted, because what I feel here is like, you might feel restricted because you can't really speak your truth or your mind because there's just so much conflict, right? So Queen of Wands is somebody who actually knows what they want and don't care what people think. So that's a good energy to be in. So I do feel like, this aspect, it could be somebody around you, somebody coming in to help you. It could be an Aries, but there's also an aspect where you are going to get that to that point where I don't care what people think, so I'm just going to speak my mind. But there is some kind of energy here where you are in defensive and a conflicting mode here. So whatever this is that you're feeling restricted, conflicted, and defensive, we need to get out of that, okay? So because if you are in that kind of mode, that is not a good way to react with people. So we have to get out of that conflict in our head, as well as the Seven of Wands. So what you need to be aware of, though, is there's some kind of seeds you need to plant here. Whatever that is, whether it's for your future, whether it's in your family, whatever it is, just planting some seeds for your manifestation. So I feel like right now you feel stuck and you can't do this because you've been through a lot of things. You've been through a lot. Either in your home life, your job, just things happening, but you have been through a lot of stuff, and what it's doing is it's preventing you from actually manifesting. But there's some kind of seeds that need to be planted here. But, you're feeling stuck to do so for whatever reason that is. So with feeling stuck, it's like you're not having any motivation. But remember, this Eight of Swords is like the mind. Swords is all about our thoughts. So I really feel like a lot of this is in your thoughts. You're kind of restricting yourself. So really, when you are contemplating, figure that out. Why do you feel like you're in this mode to be stuck? Because if you look at this too, her legs aren't tied. Her legs aren't tied up. She can walk right through those swords, right? So it's the way you're looking at something here. So the advice is that Spirit is saying you're holding on to too many heartbreaks in the past, and that's why you're like stuck. You're kind of like making your own prison with this. You're afraid of that pain again, like it hurting, or you're holding on to the past heartbreak too much, and it's time to let go because you have the Eight of Swords again. What it's doing is it's creating your own prison. You're kind of sabotaging and creating your own prison, because we then have the Four of Swords again. So there's something about this Eight of Swords and this Four of Swords where you're feeling restricted and isolating yourself, but it's self-imposed because of something that's happened in your past. And I feel like you're even breaking your own heart, like again, because you're sabotaging yourself here. All right? So let's see what the underlying of this current energy of this Eight of Swords and the Hermit and the Four of Swords. Yeah, see? It's moving away from that. You need to move away from that. You need to move away out of those swords, that self-imposed restriction. And, if you aren't finish healing, contemplating with this Hermit and all that, and it's time to get moving and move away. All right? So let's go ahead and get some clarifiers. Ten of Pentacles, yes. This is your abundance. This is in the material world, the things you want, your family, your job. So it's time to get out of that restriction mode and start throwing yourself into your family, your pentacles, your abundance, as well as your job. And, stop thinking about that. Three of Pentacles, it's time to collaborate with others as well. It's time to get out of that hermit mode and out of solitude and start working on things, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and get this other energy here. So coming up, we have the Seven of Wands, that defensiveness, and Five of Swords, which is the conflict. You're just going to keep sitting in that. But there is a Queen of Wands coming up here. Whether you start taking that mentality, like I don't care what people think, I'm courageous, I'm strong, I can do it, or if there's someone else to come in here and give you a swift kick in the ass and say, come on, let's get going. And that does sound like something Aries would do, huh? Okay, so see, it's time to walk away from these emotional disappointments. So I do feel like you might have a friend coming over and saying, hey, you've kind of been in this solitude or this conflict and this heartbreak and this victimization too long. It's time to get your ass out there and move, right? That does sound like an Aries. But anyway, yeah, move away from these disappointments. It's time. It seems like you've been kind of wallowing in it a little bit. So let's go ahead and say, it doesn't mean it's going to completely heal, but, take the next step. I feel like you almost are now too afraid to go out there, because of that heartbreak for some reason. All right. Yeah, see? Yes, it's like you're stuck in this Three of Swords energy, like it's heartbreak. It's like you're afraid to go out, like something's going to happen. So, it's time to let this go. You got to heal this Three of Swords. And if you're staying stuck in it because you keep looking at the person's social media, you're asking friends about it, it's time to cut that out. Time to cut it out. It's not helping you get anywhere, all right? Yes, Nine of Cups. It's time to focus more on what you do have. Be grateful for what you do have around you. Count your blessings, okay? All right, so now let's go ahead and get this Magician, planting our seeds and being through a lot. Okay, so this is upcoming energy, getting in that mode instead. So let's go ahead and see what this is. The underlying of that is balance. You need to get this balance. Once you get this balance and let that heartbreak go, right? Let it go. Cut that string. See, sometimes we have strings attached to people. It's time to let that go. All right, so once you get that balance, which this also could be Sagittarius season. I hope you don't have to wait that long, but that's like the end of November. But it's another month. Maybe this meantime, from October till the 22nd or 23rd of November, finish this healing up. Start learning your worth, right? Letting go. Cut some cords or something like that. Whatever it is. Stop looking at their social media. Whatever it is, it's time to let that go and walk away from that disappointment. Yeah, see? Self-care. Trust your intuition as well and do something creative, some kind of painting or whatever makes you happy, okay? Stop going down memory lane here. It's time to stop that, all right? Yeah. Again, defensive. You don't want to be in that mode, all right? Okay. So let's go ahead and get this advice. Spirit's saying you're hanging into this energy too much, you're contemplating and all that. You need to start thinking of things in a different way. Contemplate and really reevaluate things. Not that you're stuck, okay? You're not stuck. All right? You need to look at things in a different way. So on the bottom of this one is the Knight of Cups. Yeah, see, you're being too sensitive. You're wearing your heart on your sleeve too much. It's time to realize that, sometimes rejection is a divine protection, and it's time to get out of that. So let's see what else. I think that is what Spirit is saying with that Knight of Cups on the bottom. Yeah, so you got Seven of Wands. Again, this is that defensiveness. You don't want to be defensive. You want to switch this to healthy boundaries, all right? Healthy boundaries. So if you have people around that are friends with both of you coming around saying, oh, you know what they were doing? Oh, this, oh, that, reminding you, set some healthy boundaries and say, listen, I don't need to hear that anymore. I'm trying to, wrap it up and heal. Knight of Pentacles, this might be a slow, steady process, but, you can do this, okay? All right, take slow baby steps. You can do it, all right? So let's go ahead and see what our oracle cards are. And you will not believe it. The first one of our Moonology is a time for healing. Yes. Yes, you got to wrap up this healing here, okay? I feel like you've just been so focused on like, woe is me, what are they doing? Let me look at their social media, asking friends. You got to get away from that because you're never going to heal on that, all right? And it says, don't let your past hold you back. Definitely not. It's time to move forward. You don't want to be stuck in this energy going into 2023, all right? All right, so let's go ahead and see what the next one is. We have inner peace, yes, because this is just keeping you in turmoil here. So again, with that Hermit and that Four of Swords, it's time to really contemplate and heal, all right? And that will give you this freedom and peace, okay? All right, and then we have The spirit animal helping you is the loon, and it says intuitive. Listen to the song in your soul. Trust your intuition as you have a way of knowing. Emerge from the busy life and seek more solitude. Recognize that you are unique and that you are loved. Okay? So yes, that solitude, I really feel like, you might be like blocking yourself off a little bit, but I do feel like it's more like you need to go within and heal that heart and see things in a different way and come from a place of loving and forgiveness and unconditional love and all that. Okay, let's see what the underlying one is. Wisdom, the moose. Let your head and mind reach to the stars. You keep your feet grounded on earth. Listen to the ancient wisdom of your soul. The ancestors speak through you, and you know much. Yes, so you are a very wise soul. So it's time to, maybe use that energy to help others, to throw into your purpose, whatever it is. It's time to get quiet, heal, listen to your spirit guides, your intuition, and stop watching this person, whatever they're doing, and stop asking about it and move into something else, okay? Because you're never going to heal. You're going to keep staying in this victim mode, and it's time to let go. You had the 3 of Swords twice. You had the 8 of Swords twice. It's time to let go of that, okay? It's time to let go of that. And then you did have the 7 of Wands twice. Where's the other one? Defensive, you got to, and then the other one, 4 of Swords. So it's time to set healthy boundaries here. Not defensive, not guarded. You got to set healthy boundaries. Open yourself up, set healthy boundaries. Healthy ones, okay? So, like, if people are coming around telling you what this other person's doing or whatever, it's time to cut that off. Like, listen, I don't need to hear about that. That's over. I'm trying to do my own thing now. As well as go within and really reevaluate things. Look at this rejection as protection, that you're going to find someone better, okay? Not this conflict and victimization and stuff, all right? So Pisces, that is your message. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you lots of fast and good healing, okay? So take care. Bye.